Hello everyone, my name is Ashley and Mars, and today we're doing a speed build for a 100 baby challenge home. Here is a very quick tour of our first 100 baby challenge house. This was built by one of our current Martians, Kit Kat, over on Twitch. I was very appreciative of all of the hard work, but unfortunately we've just grown out of that space. I am so excited, guys. I learned how to do foundations on The Sims 4 houses, and I know that is probably one of the most basic skills you could probably ever have as a builder in The Sims, but like I've said like 1,000 times, I'm truly not a builder. So this was a big challenge for me, and as you could probably tell from my one tile box challenge, I had never really built before, and I could not for the life of me figure out how to put a foundation on the house. So that was my biggest achievement, honestly, for this home. I know that probably sounds so silly, but it was important for me to figure that out. So you'll see that this house probably goes through a crap ton of changes. I just couldn't really get settled on a good layout at first, so it ended up changing multiple times, especially because when I was looking upstairs, I was like, these are really big, wide open spaces, and I realized I didn't really have a space for the toddlers or the infants, and I was like, what the heck am I doing? So you'll see that things kind of change and grow as we go, but I had like I wanted this house to not be super cluttered, but the walls will end up having a lot of the children's artworks on the walls, which is what I've done already in the original house. So I'm going to pack up a lot of the kids' art and then hang it up around the living room and probably the play area upstairs. We'll get to that eventually and you'll see how it looks. Overall, I'm very proud of how this has turned out. I could not for the life of me decide what I wanted to do for flooring, how I wanted this house to look. I think it's probably not very cohesive as a design element. I didn't really have anything in mind particularly. I tried to keep the pink theme for Maureen in mind. Maureen is our matriarch. She is so far a mother of 40, I think 2 babies, so she's really killing the game. We have not had a second matriarch yet. She's done just about half of it. I'm very proud of her. She refuses to give us triplets though, so that has been a bit of a challenge lately. We have been having single babies, even though we have onlay line as a lot trait and she has the fertile bonus trait. So I don't really know what's going on with that, but I don't appreciate it. It's making my challenge a little bit slower. On the other hand though, having triplets in The Sims is so stressful. I don't know about you all, but it stresses me out. The bed there is not going to be the official bed in that bedroom. I just needed it as a placeholder because Maureen has nearly maxed out the repair or the handiness skill. So she's updated all of the beds in the house to be massage controlled, and so they get better rest when they sleep in those beds. I don't want to have a basic bed for any of them. I don't want them to revert back to their uncomfortable beds when they obviously have something that already works for them. Like I said earlier, I really just don't build, so I was trying to make sure that I tried to decorate appropriately. I was kind of proud of this little mirror section on the wall because then kids can come into her room and like use those mirrors. I also put mirrors upstairs, so there's going to be lots of opportunities for kids to potentially get the charisma skill or the acting skill. When I play the 100 baby challenge, I've played it once by myself and I liked it, but it's kind of monotonous, you know, like you're doing the same thing every single time for each and every child. So I decided this time around that I was going to make it a little bit harder for myself. I have decided that every teen has to have a random skill that they have to get to level 3 before they can move out. If you're familiar with the 100 Baby Challenge, that's already part of it. They already have to get level 3 of a certain skill as teens so that they can get A's in school. And to age them out of the house, they have to have the A student level. So instead of just like doing video gaming for every kid or something so simple, I decided to create a random skill generator and a random aspiration generator. So all I have to do in my Twitch chat is do !sim skill, and that decides what skill we are going to focus on for each child. I do have an ongoing spreadsheet, so it tells me if that kid has completed that skill or not. It tells me what skill they have, and we do anything from singing to horseback riding. We haven't had horseback riding quite yet, but I feel like it's going to happen eventually. Right now we have an actor, and I can't remember what the other one is off the top of my head. If I was smart, I would have pulled up my spreadsheet to record this voiceover, but you know, I'm just having fun here. We're just here for the vibes. We're hanging out. That's how it feels when we're on the Twitch channel together, so I just wanted to give you a taste. As you can see there, I just moved everything. I needed to switch everything up, and I don't know for sure, but I think I did not move those mirrors over. You'll also notice later that I didn't change the back door even though I changed the front door, so I'll probably edit that later as well. I didn't want this house to be super blah. Like, I wanted it to have color and fun and personality, because obviously if Maureen is going to have as many children as possible, she enjoys the little things in life and the color of life. So I tried to keep it very colorful while keeping in mind that Maureen's favorite color is pink. She's also dressed in pink. I think we did a really good job with Maureen. We call her Queen Maureen. She's my fave, but we do have a full house right now, and I'm looking forward to playing again. I've had to cancel a couple of Thursday streams recently, and I do think that therapy is very important. So my Twitch schedule has changed a little bit to make sure that I can make it to my therapy appointments on Thursday, but we can get into that later. So the living room was kind of hard for me because it's kind of an awkward room. I know it's just a square, and that seems like it should be so simple, but for some reason nothing was sticking out to me. While I was building the living room, I was thinking about what would need to be in there to make it a comfortable living space for all of the children and Maureen. Also, off topic. Somebody told me that I was brave for having the toddlers upstairs instead of downstairs. What's your opinion? Have you ever done the 100 Baby Challenge? Did you do it all on one level? Did you do it on 2 levels? Because when I did the 100 Baby Challenge myself, I did it on 2 levels, but I do think I had the toddlers downstairs. I just figured the teens help so much with the toddlers anyways, that if the teens and kids are upstairs with the toddlers, it should be fine, right? Also, when they get to level 2 of movement, they're able to go downstairs, so I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. I tend to check on their hunger and move a plate up to them, so I don't think that it should be an issue of hunger by any means. I also, you'll see later, put in the little snack box so they have access to food. I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. I made sure in the dining area that there were spaces for the toddlers to eat. So if they did come downstairs and they wanted to eat downstairs in the dining area, I put those 2 little ottomans in the corner there. Obviously, you can tell that I am not good at focusing on one thing at a time. So a lot of this build is very true to who I am as a person, and kind of bouncing back and forth between different rooms and different areas of the house, and realizing after the fact that there weren't any windows and things like that. So I apologize if it's a little sporadic. That is just my brain. My brain is a little sporadic. So I apologize, but please forgive me. it's a work in progress. Maybe someday I'll have the focus that I really want. Okay, I thought that the inflatable chairs and inflatable couch were perfect for this room. This is essentially the playroom of the house, so I wanted it to be very accessible for not just the toddlers, but also the teens and the children. So there's a little bit of everything for the kids in here. I tried to make sure there was a homework station, a place where they could read their skills books, the dollhouse so that they can get the imagination skill or the creativity skill. I just really needed it to be diverse in skills. And you'll see that I add even more to it later, but there's that snack lunchbox. Have you guys ever used that? I was on stream one day and one of my Martians told me that that snack lunchbox is really helpful for toddlers because it's basically just a quick meal. And so apparently it's been in the game for a really long time. I just had never heard of it, but kids and teens can go and get a quick meal from it and immediately eat it. The toddlers can get a quick meal. They just have to put it down first before they can eat it. It's kind of a strange quirk, but it's a really nice safety net to have if you don't have a prepared family-sized meal. So I just thought I would tell you about it. Helpful hints, right? Windows are really hard, and I feel like people don't talk about that, but there aren't a whole lot of matching windows. There has to be the right size of window. It's really complicated, and I wasn't anticipating that. Builders don't get enough credit. I thought that this would be kind of a simple thing. It's not. None of it's easy. I don't know how you guys make things not perfectly straight. I know some of my friends can move rugs so that they're like askew. I have no idea how to do that. Also, I tried putting those lights in there. I thought it would be fun for the kid and teen room to have those colorful, funky, like background of stream kind of lights that a lot of people have. Couldn't make it work. Didn't like it. You guys would probably fight me on the cow print too, but I thought it was cute. I thought it was playful. So we're gonna keep it. This is our bathroom. I tried to make sure that there's lots of space in the bathroom because we have up to 7 kids at a time, and I want to make sure that nobody feels like they're going to get a privacy invasion. I want to ensure that multiple kids can use the toilet at once. So I end up creating sort of a stall station. You'll see how it turns out here in a moment. And I created the bathtub like that so Maureen could do toddler baths upstairs and not just downstairs in her own bathroom. Part of me is thinking about like after the fact, adding in a door to make Maureen's bathroom kind of a Jack and Jill, but it doesn't feel as private that way. I wanted it to be an ensuite. I personally feel like I could absolutely use the restroom here. What do you think? I had a vision of this house being able to house a ton of different skills. So like I said, we are outside. I wanted there to be some physical activities, some mental activities, places for them to do their homework. I wanted everything to be represented. So the swings and the monkey bars are there for the motor skills. I think the hopscotch also does motor skill. And the basketball court can be for our active sims. Thank you so much for watching today. If there were any bumpy moments, it's because, like I've said in the past, I'm really not a builder, so this was something very new for me. If you would like to watch me play the 100 Baby Challenge, I'm live every other Thursday playing on Twitch at about 12 p.m. Central Time. The best way to keep up with my Twitch schedule is on Discord, and you can find the link below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to keep up with my future shenanigans. I look forward to seeing you soon, Martians. Okay, bye!